Today we discuss about facades concept in Laravel. So in this we are having a introduction, when to utilize facades, how facades work, real-time facades, facade class reference. So these are the main topics, and we are having subtopics like facades versus dependency injection, facades versus helper functions. So we will see all these concepts in facades concept of Laravel. So let's see the introduction. So throughout the Laravel, so we'll be using a lot of facades in our application. So facades provide a static interface to classes that are available in the application's service container. So Laravel facades serve as a static proxies to underlying classes in the service container. So helper functions. So to complement facades, Laravel offers a variety of global helper functions like view, response, URL, config, and many more. So which will make it even easier to interact with the common Laravel features. So to create a custom facade, so we have to extend illuminate support facades facade class, and apart from this, when to utilize facades means so if a class name is too long, or if it manually, whenever it is lot of very big application is there, so in those cases situationally we want the static interfaces, so then only we will be utilizing the facades. So those must be injected or configured without remembering the long class names, and must be injected or configured manually. So whenever we use facades, we have to take care of, so primary danger of facades is a class scope creep. So since facades are easy to use and do not require injection, so it can be easy to let our classes continue to grow and use many facades in a single class. So in those cases, so we have to stop using facades. So we have to take care of such kind of facades usage. Facades versus dependency injection. So as we have already seen, so there is no need of injection to the facades. So for the dependency injection we need a type hinting concept, but here it is not required. So facades versus helper functions. So as we have already seen, to complement facades, there is a lot of variety helper functions to interact with the Laravel features like view, response, like this. Lot of helper functions will be there, URL, config. So lot of helper functions will be there. And how facades work. In a Laravel application, a facade is a class that provides access to an object from the container. So the machinery that makes this work is in a facade class. So if I want to customize, if I want to create a custom facade class, we need to extend illuminate support facades facade class. Facade base class makes use of __ call static magic method to differ calls from our facade to an object resolved from the container. So the facade serves as a proxy for accessing the underlying implementation of the illuminate contracts cache factory interface. Now we see real-time facades. So using real-time facades, we may treat any class in our application as if it was a facade. To illustrate how this can be used, so let's first examine some code that does not require a real-time facades. So for example, in a postcast model has a publish method. So in order to publish the podcast, we need to inject a publisher instance as an argument to the publish method. So injecting a publisher implementation into the method allows us to easily test the method in isolation since we can mock the injected publisher. So it requires us to always pass a publisher instance each time we call the publish method. So using real-time facades, we can maintain some testability while not being required to explicitly pass a publisher instance. To generate a real-time facade, prefix the namespace of the imported class with the facades. We have to prefix namespace of the imported class with the facades. So like this we will use real-time facades. So when the real-time facade is used, the publisher implementation will be resolved out of the service container using the portion of the interface or class name that appears after the facades prefix. When testing, we can use Laravel's built-in facade testing helpers to mark this method call. Now we see facade class reference. So there are a lot of facades are there. So app facade, artisan facade, auth facade, auth instance facade, blade, broadcast instance, broadcast, bus, cache instance, cache, config, context, cookie, crypt, date, db instance, db, event, exceptions instance, exceptions, file, gate, hash, http, lang, log, mail, notification, password instance, password, pipeline instance, process, queue base class, queue instance, queue, rate limiter, redirect, redis instance, request instance, response, route, schedule, schema, session instance, session, storage instance, storage, URL, validator instance, validator, view instance, view, white, VIT, white. So like this, lot of facades are there in Laravel. So this is all about facades concept in Laravel. Thank you so much. This is Universal Hearts Star Ravindar Reddy Yampalla. Thanks to all of my fans, supporters and followers, and special thanks to YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much.